Hey fam, if you're not sure what you want to do with your life, then get ready to level up because we're going to talk about how to find your passion and turn it into a career. And you're not alone, my friend. A record 4 million people in the US quit their jobs in April 2021. And one study by Monster.com found that 95% of US workers are considering changing their jobs right now, resulting in a term economists are calling the Great Resignation. And take it from me, I used to be a corporate lawyer and I quit my job in June to start this channel. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I'm John, this is a book, and welcome back to the channel where we discuss my best tips and tools to help empower you to live your best life and have fun doing it. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to find your passion in 5 steps. Plus, I'm going to share with you my dream job checklist, which is a Google sheet containing all the steps and questions that you can answer to help you find or create your dream job. And it'll include all the steps we're about to go over, so no need to take any notes. This is the first video in a 3-part series all about finding your passion, turning it into a career, and prospering during your early stages of your new career. And hey, nice job! By watching this video, you're improving your life by working on 3 important categories: your career, your mental health, and your finances. So stick around to the end to officially level up with. First, let's get on the same page about what a passion is. And to do that, let's talk about 3 general categories. Number 1, there are activities that you're interested in, like trying out snowboarding or painting for the first time. You might like these activities, or you might not. Number 2, there are activities that you enjoy, and these would include most of your hobbies. And then finally, number 3, there are activities that you're truly passionate about. These fill you with energy and excitement, and you're willing to stay up late to do these and spend time on them for free because they're so intrinsically rewarding. A true passion will come with some powerful emotions like gratitude, euphoria, or freedom, as well as some greater purpose, whether that's to improve yourself, help others, or feel more connected with your values. Let me give you a personal example. I used to be a corporate lawyer, and while I enjoyed parts of the job, like resolving complex issues and working with my fantastic team, there were a lot of parts that I did not enjoy, like the long hours and the fact that I didn't feel like I was contributing to meaningful societal issues. And so it was hard to admit this because I worked so hard getting there, but I realized that I wasn't passionate about my job. And in a minute, I'll tell you more about what I'm actually passionate about and how I got there. And with that, here are the 5 steps that you can take to find your passion. Step 1, answer these questions. What do you love? What do you hate? What makes you excited? What does your perfect day involve? And what would you do if you didn't have to care about money or anyone else? Use your phone to set a timer to give yourself 3 minutes to answer each of these. The timer will help push you to write answers that just feel right so you don't overthink it. And write down everything that comes to mind. Like, what do you love in terms of activities, conversation topics, the content that you consume, the people in your life, and even things about art, finances, politics, and everything else. Just keep writing everything down in a big list and don't worry if it doesn't look pretty. After answering each of these questions, you may start to see something that just stands out as a major theme. For example, do a lot of your answers relate to one topic or a specific activity? If so, then you might quickly find a few ideas or activities that really light you up and fill you with energy. When I answered these questions, there were big themes around humor, creativity, gaming, self-improvement, talking to others, and helping others, which led me to create this YouTube channel where I get to combine all of those into one. But fear not, if your passion hasn't arisen yet, then let's move on to the next step. Step 2, think about what you spend your time doing. Specifically, what do you spend most of your free time doing? It might be a certain hobby of yours, or maybe it's listening to music, trying new restaurants, watching YouTube videos, or even playing video games. After you've answered that, then drill down further by asking yourself why you enjoy doing those activities so much, and what are the parts of those activities that you really love. Like right now, I spend most of my time working on my YouTube channel, lifting weights, cooking and eating, calling friends and family, focusing on my own self-improvement and mental health, and of course, playing video games. But let's go through 2 examples together so you know how to use this step to get closer to finding your passion and your dream job. Example number 1, let's say you spend most of your free time cooking and eating food. What is it about cooking and eating food that you love? Is it trying new foods, eating specific foods, learning new recipes, or maybe it's eating with good company? If it's eating certain foods, then maybe you're passionate about learning how to make those foods or sharing that food with others in some way, which you could do by being a food blogger vlogger, a food truck owner, a cooking instructor, or even a food photographer. Notice how I didn't say a chef and just end it there. Example number 2. Now let's say you spend most of your time watching YouTube. Then ask yourself this: what type of content do you mostly watch? Is it beauty and makeup, gaming, or maybe 14th century fashion? Let's go with gaming for this example. Then what is it about gaming content that you love so much? Do you like the player's personality or humor? Do you love the strategy, the sense of adventure, or the story of the game? If you like the person that's playing and their humor, and a lot of us do, then maybe you're passionate about combining humor and creativity in some way, which you could do by working in a content creation role, journalism, or maybe even by working just for a video game company with the right culture and the right fit for you. Or if you mostly watch gaming videos to enjoy the story, maybe you want to work in a creative field like writing, marketing, or film. And again, notice how I didn't just say, okay, you like watching video games, so you should be a video game developer. Instead, take time to think about the specific aspects that you love about the thing that you spend your free time doing. Use that to help you find your true passion. If you need a little more help getting the ball rolling, then here are a few more questions to ask. What are the best parts of your day? What are the worst parts? What do you stay up late doing? What do you spend your money on? And what did you love spending time on as a child? And again, all of this is in the Google Sheet, which I'll show you how to download at the end. Step 3, think about your strengths because your passion may relate to them. And to do this, answer these questions. What are you good at? What skills are you proud to possess? And what can you do better than other people? It might be something you take for granted. Think about both soft skills like organization, empathy, and dependability, as well as hard skills like writing, project management, or programming languages that you know. And before you say it, yes, you do have a strength, even if you think that you're just, let's say, really shy or boring. Maybe you're an incredible listener, or maybe it's your humility or generosity that others can learn from. And if you're still having trouble identifying your strengths, think of times in your life where you succeeded at something, and then think about which skills helped you succeed. To give you an example, some of my strengths lie with being proactive, friendly, and organized. Like for this last one, I have a list, a tracker, or a spreadsheet for just about everything in my life. And it took me a while to realize that a lot of people don't organize their lives like that. I also acknowledge the strengths that I don't have. Like I can't code or design a website or speak a bunch of languages, though I can fix almost any technical problem by recommending that you try turning it off and on. And seriously, 60% of the time, it works every time. Step 4, try new activities. As you begin to come up with more ideas of what you might be passionate about, start to engage in activities related to those ideas. So if you enjoy reading, being outdoors, and taking pictures, then try writing a short story, taking unique photos the next time you're out, and creating an Instagram to post your photos. Just keep trying new things and exploring until you narrow down your passions even further. Plus, it's totally okay to try out something 1 week and learn that you actually hate it and then move on to the next thing. And actually, that's a wonderful step in the right direction because you're that much closer to finding your true passion. Here are some examples of the things that I've tried over the last few years. I tried rock climbing, mixing EDM songs, creating meditation videos, posting on a food Instagram account, creating gaming videos on YouTube, and streaming Dungeons and Dragons on Twitch, and a special show where the viewers would vote to determine what happened in the story live. And that last one was so much fun. And although I don't do most of those activities now, there are parts of them that I still enjoy and work into my life in some form. Plus, the process of trying lots of new stuff helped me realize which activities I wanted to stop doing, which ones I wanted to keep as hobbies, and which ones I wanted to potentially pursue as a career. So keep trying new stuff and don't get discouraged if you don't like things after a few weeks or months. And lastly, step 5, ask your friends and family for guidance. If you're still stumped about your passion, then remember it is dangerous to go alone. So don't be afraid to go to others for support. After all, your friends and family might help you see something from a new perspective, or maybe they'll point out something that you were taking for granted or just shrugged off. Maybe you can make everyone laugh at a party, or you can guess someone's astrology sign within 10 seconds of meeting them. And realizing that might help you uncover something that leads you to finding your passion. Try also asking them about when you seem the happiest and what are some things that they see you do really enthusiastically. But make sure you're asking people who you know really well, If this still doesn't work, then try going to a career counselor or another professional for guidance. But I believe if you spend some serious time reflecting on these steps and questions, you're either gonna find your passion or at the very least have a few ideas of what it might be. And remember, you probably have multiple things that you're passionate about. So now you know the 5 steps that you should take if you want to find your passion, which are 1, answering questions about what you love and hate. 2, thinking about what you spend your free time on. 3, thinking about your strengths. 4, trying new activities. And then 5, asking your friends and family for input. Each of these steps and every question we just talked about are listed in a Google sheet called my dream job checklist. As seen here, I added a fun first step where you get to choose your battle cry, aka an empowering statement to motivate you when you're feeling lost or confused. I wrote down how long you should spend on each question, but of course, if you want to spend even more time on certain questions, just go for it. And of course, you don't need to answer every question in here, just the ones that are helpful to you. If you have trouble holding yourself accountable, then I recommend setting a deadline for when you want to finish each step. Type out your answers in the answers column so you have a clear record of it all, and click these boxes to mark when you're done with a certain task. I've formatted it so that when you finish a section, it changes the color to green and crosses it all off. And finally, at the very end, there are some spots for you to list and describe your passion. Also, there are a few other tabs in the sheet, one to create a massive action plan to get it done, and then one to help you flourish in your early stages of your new career. So if you're interested in turning your passion into a career, watch the next video in this series so you have all the context you need to fill out the rest of this dream job checklist. And well done. By watching until the end, you've directly improved your life across 3 categories. 1, your career, because ideally your career should involve some of your passion. 2, your mental health, because making time for your passions will make you feel more fulfilled and satisfied. And 3, your finances. By finding a career that you're passionate about, I believe you'll be able to build a more sustainable and stable income. And congrats on leveling up. Remember, whether you know it or not, you are unique, you are loved, and you are enough. I'm John, you've just leveled up, and I'll see you in the next one.